Alright, what's good, YouTube? I'm going in long there on the inversion for Valley Gap, putting my stop loss just below that last down close candle's midpoint, the consequent encouragement. First target is going to be at these relative equal highs, and then second target, which I adjust later on for further targets, we'll speak about that later, but is the opening range gap lower quadrant. Above price, we have the opening range gap, consequent encouragement as our draw, as well as those relative equal highs as our minor buy side pool. Good rejection from the inversion for Valley Gap so far. And now I'm watching this other inversion for Valley Gap, looking for continued support. Once we get above that and close above it, I want to see it hold price higher and run us quickly into those highs. Closed above it, so now I want to see it find support and get quickly above these highs. Once we get above these highs, we should run quickly up into the my first partial level. Dipping into it once more, and there's a bullish Valley Gap there that we're dipping back into. I keep watching the 1 minute chart because we're trading inside of a bearish for Valley Gap on the 1 minute. Nice, there you go. Did right back below into that bullish Valley Gap, still respected it, and then traded higher again. At this point, I'm willing to put my stop break even. And now here's where I want to see it rush up into that high. And boom, there you go, partial taken. Adjusting my stop to one contract now. We have the one left. There's that minor buy side I had as the target. And then the last partial is above at the lower quadrant. There's lots of reasons why I should not have held my runner for a further target, which again, you'll see me adjust. You'll see me switching through the time frames, debating on if I should or not. Watching that 15-second bearish for Valley Gap. I want to see if we get above it and use it as an inversion as well there. But I'm watching at this point because we have these very short-term relative equal lows. We could use that for Valley Gap to dump back below those lows before running up into our target. And this is me debating now, looking at the time frames. We're in a deep discount on a hourly chart expansion lower. We didn't reach, this run up did not get us into the premium of that range. So that's why I was willing to take an extended runner up into consequent encouragement of the opening range gap. I didn't adjust it yet. Still looking at my other screens where I have other charts up. And you'll see me keep flipping as well here. Still deciding. Now, one thing to keep in mind here as a mental note. At this point, I saw dollar dropping, which is why I was willing to go ahead and extend that. And there's the opening range gap consequent encouragement. But yeah, so one thing to keep in mind here is once I'm going back and forth like this with myself, it's really a good practice to just not do it, especially because I have one. If I had more contracts on, it'd be a good practice for me to take a partial at the lower quadrant instead of holding all of them to the constant encouragement and just leaving a small runner on there. But because I only had one left, I should have taken partial at the lower quadrant. So now I'm just marking out the levels, trying to mark out now the lower quadrant level as well. But yeah, really good practice. I definitely should take should either, since I have one contract left and decided to let it run, I should have either adjusted my stop aggressively higher to at least capture a big portion of this move, or just take full profit since I only have one left in there. But that's where growth happens. These are the things you look back, you learn from, so that when the opportunity presents itself again, you can trade accordingly in order to save that mental capital. You see me flipping through all the different time from here, really debating, and you could see on that daily chart. I believe I'll go back to it at some point, but on that daily chart, we're extremely bearish. We already rejected from a bearish fair value gap, so honestly, allowing for a large runner like I was expecting up into those highs in that opening range gap, consequent encouragement, was asking for a bit much. Could it happen? Yes, but since it's Thursday, we can expect a continued expansion lower, since that's what we've been doing. If it was Friday, this would be a perfect setup to retrace higher into. I wouldn't have that give and take mentally about it. You see me hovering over the X to close the position here because I'm debating it. And that's, again, to save mental capital, that's where you should just go ahead and close it. Once I'm debating it like that, it should just be out. But I did decide to stick to it. So now I want to see this 15-second gap. Ideally, what I want to see is that, now that we're in it, hold price higher. And once we get above the new highs that I've marked out, adjust my stop to whatever low it places in. That's where I have my stop adjusted, the order block within that inversion for value gap. So now I want to see that hold price, and that's my final straw. So again, I gave away a lot of profits here because of trying to seek out more of a run. Nothing inherently wrong with it, but after analyzing and debating and going back and forth for myself, that's where you should be adjusting yourself and just taking profits. But that's also why it's important to take those partials, right? So once I cut my partials at the highs, I'm not necessarily beating myself up anymore. Just more or less pointing out things that I can continue to improve on. We're starting to reject. We have an S&T now at these 15-second lows. So next case, if we inverse this, then I'm looking for a run higher. But as you can see, we don't do that. We start running lower. And very soon here, we do get stopped out. Boom. All trades are taken in the called out live in the Discord. Link will be in the description and in the bio. Post trades results there as well. And I'm going to be tracking my monthly track record on there as well. Follow me on all my socials. to keep up with the trades. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.